Well, hello, AP Calculus. Hopefully you watched the first video that kind of outlined everything that we plan on doing in general for the next at least month and a half and depending longer. As I mentioned in the other video, we don't know what's happening as far as senior graduation, all the events, prom, all that stuff. We don't know. We don't know when we're coming back. Right now we're scheduled to come back May 1st. That would be our first day back. But the governor has mentioned that we may be closed until next school year in the fall. So I just don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with grades and whatnot. And if you watch that last video, you heard my message and just saying it again. Don't worry about your grades. Worry about learning. Worry about understanding this math. That's most important during this time of this global pandemic. So I have some information about the AP class. The AP website posted this yesterday, March 20th. And so I'm just going to kind of break it down and go through with you the things that I learned through that. And hopefully you'll garner this information and take it for what it's worth. The AP test is still going to happen. The test will be a 45-minute online free response exam that you'll be able to do at home. So no multiple choice at all. So the textbooks that we picked up, it's going to be good to practice your calculus, right? Don't not do the multiple choice, but we're really going to focus on free response then. Since the test is only going to be free response, the things that I'm going to give you are going to be really strong with the free response. We're basically going to go through all the free response questions over the past handful of years. That's the lessons that I've developed. That's what I've got set up for the next handful of weeks. As far as studying out of those books, like I said, the multiple choice is good to kind of enhance your calculus, but I wouldn't put a lot of time into the multiple choice. It's good to practice and check your skills. I have my textbook and I have the answer sheet, and I will be getting those answers to you for anybody that wants those answers. I'll be posting them up in some fashion. I have to be careful posting those answers because all that material should not be posted online at all from the company, and I don't want to get in trouble. So I have to be very careful about how I post those answers and whether we just kind of go through specific answers, whether I make it a you text me for answers, we'll figure that out. But there's going to be 2 different testing dates for you. They have not decided on when those testing dates are going to happen yet. They're going to release those on April 3rd. So we still have a couple of weeks before we know for sure what 2 testing dates will happen. You will get to pick which testing date you want. There'll be an earlier testing date for those of you that say, I want to take it and I want to get it done. There'll be a later testing date for those of you that say, I want to wait and really hone my skills before I go and take that test. The test will be available on a computer. You can do it on a tablet, an iPad. You can do it on your smartphone, which seems kind of weird. It seems like a small space, but they're trying to make it so everybody has access in some fashion. It could be possible that for those of you that don't have that online capability necessarily, they're talking about possibly downloading something, taking a picture of your work, and sending it that way. So we're trying to get all those bases covered. College Board is really trying to figure all those out. If you go to the College Board website, you can read a lot more information than what I'm giving you in that regard. The AP test is going to cover the first, they said 75% of the material, knowing that many schools have not finished the material yet. We're lucky. We finished on Thursday, right? We finished L'Hopital's rule, so there is no new material. Realistically, I have given you all the information so you could answer every question on that AP test. You at least have the introduction to the objectives, but they're not going to cover. They have 8 units that the AP has designed, College Board has designed. The last unit is the only unit they're not going to cover on this test this year at all. That last unit, according to title, is applications of integration. So the volumes that we just did, finding the area between 2 graphs, none of that will be on there at all. L'Hopital will still be on there, but L'Hopital's been a very, very basic problem so far. All those weird cases, the 1 to the infinity power, the infinity, the infinity power, etc., etc. Those weird special cases have not been on the AP test because they've only been testing L'Hopital for the past couple of years. So don't freak out with L'Hopital. That's the only new thing really that we're going to be tested on. Otherwise, all those applications of integration we don't have to worry about. We're still going to have to integrate and go through that. And through those lessons that I've designed, I can kind of figure out what problem or problems they could give you in 45 minutes and what they won't. 45 minutes is long enough for three free response questions. So I can kind of figure out what those questions are going to be. I've been doing this a long time. So I'll be able to, through these videos and through the practice that we do, we should be able to get a good idea of what we're going to see. We'll practice the common things, and we'll do the best job that we can. And whatever we struggle with, we're going to struggle with. That's life. But if you watch these videos, if you do the things that I ask you to do, if you're still planning on taking the AP test, you're going to be fine. You're going to take that test and go, wow, this is pretty good. I feel pretty good about it. I've practiced these things, and I'm anticipating it to look very similar to what I would have thought it would had this world not changed over the past couple of weeks. AP website, the College Board website, has online review courses for you. They will be available starting March 25th. So that's coming up here just in a few days. I believe it's Wednesday. And so you can look forward to that as well. You can utilize all the materials that they'll have. I've not vetted those materials at all. I don't know what they look like. They're not released until the 25th, and I can't view them yet either. So I don't know how good they are. I'm sure they're fine. But you know that I'm going to give you great lessons as well, right? We're going to make sure that we practice what we need to practice. So look for those videos that I mentioned in the previous video. They'll be coming out to you as well. It'll say Calculus Video 1, Calculus Video 2, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We're really going to focus on the free response questions that are released from the AP College Board. So there's a link that I'm going to give you. I will send it out on Remind. I am going to play around and try and figure out, and hopefully it is appearing right here, right now. But I can't guarantee that it's there. If it is, click that link and you'll be able to go to the previous questions for all the old tests from 2019 all the way back to 1998. So we're going to focus on from 19 and we'll work our way backwards through a few. That's kind of the game plan. So those of you who did not get textbooks, there are about 4 or 5 of you that weren't in school on our last Friday. If you didn't get the textbook, you're not going to be behind at all. Don't worry. Practice the things that I give you in the videos. Practice the free response questions. We'll go through some of those free response questions in those videos. I'll kind of guide you through them here in the beginning since it's the first time you'll be looking at them. So go to the AP website, take a look at the first set of free response questions, the 2019 test. That's probably your first stop. Go there and start looking at what are the questions that they've asked us. The first 2 questions are going to be with a calculator and the last 4 are without. They've not given me any direction yet as far as how they're going to test us, whether it's going to be with or without a calculator, 1 with a calculator, 2 without sort of thing. I don't know. When they give that information, I'll be sure and share that with you. So until then, look for those videos. They'll start sometime next week. I just got to get them prepared. But look for those videos. And in the meantime, go to the AP Central website and look at the past test questions from the calculus test from 2019, and then if you want, you can kind of take a look at 18 and 17, et cetera, et cetera. We're going to look at those. We're going to look at patterns. We're going to look at how those tests are similar, and really lock in exactly what we need to do and how we can be prepared for the test. So until then, as I said before, stay safe, stay healthy, stay strong. We're going to get through this together, and you're going to be fine. So you focus on the learning. Everything else will take care of itself. So until I see you again, have a good day. And I can't wait to be with you to talk about all of this stuff in person once everything has blown over, and hopefully that happens soon. So until then, take care.